The F&M Carmichael constituency held its official opening Tuesday, March 20th. Supporters came out in the rain to cheer on their man, Darren Cash. Fourth Charlotte candidate Shivargo Lang had high praise for Darren.
Darren and I went to College of the Bahamas, and I tell you, I learned a great deal from Darren. In fact, Darren don't know this, I don't know if he knows this, but he and I competed for the same scholarship. And when they were interviewing me, they asked me, outside of Jesus Christ, because they knew I was a Christian then, and still am a Christian, okay? They knew that I had talked about Christ a lot in the interview. But they said, outside of Christ, who has influenced your life most? And I told them, in that interview, Darren Cash. Because at the College of the Bahamas, he woke me up to the notion of what leadership is. And you know what he woke me up to knowing? Shivargo, you don't talk this thing. You've got to do this leadership thing.
All right.
Got a brand new band. And that's what Darren is. He is a doer. He's a performer. He gets results. And I'm proud. I would be proud and delighted. Finally, at a long last Kenyatta, Michael Pintar, to have Darren in the House of Assembly with all of us together, doing what we talked about when we were at the College of the Bahamas 25 years ago.
All right. All right.
And Carmichael, you can make that happen by putting your support for the Free National Movement and Darren Cash.
Sitting MP for Carmichael, Desmond Bannister, thanked the community.
I want to thank Carmichael for this wonderful welcome tonight. All of you know that Carmichael is very special to me. So it's great to see your outpouring of love and that outpouring of support. And tonight I say thank you, Carmichael.
Your man for Carmichael, Darren Cash, took the stage.
In Carmichael, this campaign has been grounded by my own struggle and life experiences. My principal opponent in this race has talked a lot about legacy. And in truth, I cannot claim connection to a former prime minister or a national hero. I have no dame knocking on doors for me. I have no sense of entitlement. But what I do bring is the wealth of a life experience that's very much like the people in Carmichael. That is why in Carmichael my story is resonating with those people. That is why Carmichael is red, and we intend to stay red.
All right, all right.
Today the Bahamas belongs to you, Carmichael. So I encourage all of you to get out and vote. Vote for Darren Cash, and vote for the F&M. Vote for the party that delivers. Carmichael, vote for the leader that delivers. Vote for the man who has dedicated his life to public service like no other. Vote for the man who could have been out there making millions of dollars, basking in the Abaco sunshine, but who has decided that service to his people is the greatest reward. Vote for Hubert Ingram. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our Prime Minister, our man of deliverance, the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram.
All
You've been with us for a long time. I've come to ask you to vote and support Darren Cash.
All right, all right.
On the move. I've come to ask you to vote for me. Now, you know, I went out of my way this time to look for the Darren Cashes, the Michael Pintards, etc. They're not regular fellas. They will join the Tommy Turnquest, the Desmond Bannisters, the Chicago Lines, and the rest of them. Whenever I go, I can leave the F of them in good hands, I assure you that.
All right.
Darren is a serious professional who will deliver for you. He'll be a valuable member of our team. He's a businessman. He has a point of view. And you will make sure you will know his point of view. And he will contribute towards the development of policies in the Bahamas.
Lang and Pintard spoke about Darren from their COB days.
Well, essentially at College of the Bahamas, I'd become president of COBUS. And really, I had not held a position like that before. And I was feeling my way through it. And Darren sort of gave me a wake-up call. His criticism of my performance made me realize that I was supposed to get there and do something. After that, though, he supported me in helping me navigate some things that I needed to do. I got them done, and he came back and he wrote a very complimentary letter about how I responded to his criticism. Ever since then, he and I have been great friends. We've given each other advice over the years. We've talked about being a part of the leadership of this country and being a part of the change, the positive changes in this country. And I just regard him as one of the more decent, credible, and legitimate young leaders in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Darren was one of those young, gifted presidents of COBUS that followed, that continued that tradition. He was narrowly focused on the issues. He understood the issues very well, and he had excellent people skills in terms of building coalitions in order to address issues. We maintained contact when I went to Tuskegee. Of course, he went off to school as well, and even when I went to Canada, I would come down to New York where he was in university. And throughout that entire period, our focus was on what we could do in order to transform the country. So for me, it is not surprising that since Darren's return to the Bahamas, that he has continued to address issues without fear. He's not tribalistic in his politics, so he would be a powerful unifying force in Carmichael.
Listen, in the race that exists in Carmichael for representation, I believe that Darren is bar none the best choice. Carmichael will have a very serious, focused, intelligent, competent, capable young man to lead its charge. And then, I mean, you just can't get better than that in this race. And so I have no problem saying to Carmichael, Darren Cash is the choice for Carmichael.
Stewart also offered his endorsement.
Well, it goes without saying that Darren is very organized, very disciplined, very structured individual who can bring a lot to the constituency here in Carmichael. Darren has already brought a lot to the country. He's a senator. He's been making contributions to in the financial sector, and he's a very brilliant individual. And what the Prime Minister has been trying to do is put individuals in place and line up in this next election who can add value to the Bahamas. And definitely Darren will add value not only to Golden Gates, to Carmichael, but to the country at large. And I mean, Darren Cash is a household name. Darren Cash is a smart man, and Darren Cash will make a good member of Parliament for Carmichael.